Hello, welcome back. My name is Tiffany. I'm so happy that you're here. Today is my 17th day of quarantine, so that out of 21. So that means I have just over 4 days left, and I feel so supported by having you here. You're helping with my routine and daily activities, staying engaged with a project which has been so good mentally and physically. So I hope that I'm able to offer you the same favor in sharing these practices together for encouragement, for routine, for feeling healthy and well. And if you're not here because of quarantine and you're just enjoying a 21-day challenge, I'm also very happy that I can support this consistent practice for you. We'll start seated today, so while I continue to talk, maybe you want to gather a prop or something like this. I'm sitting on a block. I'd like to know how you're doing. Please reach out, please get in touch. I'd like to know what you've been doing through quarantine. How has the food been? What other activities are you doing? Are there certain yoga routines or yoga sequences that we can incorporate into some videos in the future that might support other activities? Are you a runner? Are you a cyclist? Do you do some sort of other sports? That would be fun to know. I'd love to know. So if you've gathered your prop or your cushion by now, I'm sure you have, please come and find your comfortable seat. Sit bones on whatever you're sitting on. Spine long, spine tall. Get comfortable and see that your pelvis, where your pelvis is, seated evenly, equally. And then find your rib cage above your pelvis and your skull also in that line. Begin to close your eyes, maybe take a deep breath in and a full breath out. You may take another cycle on your own if you wish. Begin to feel your feet and your shins connected to the earth below, and your sit bones connected to the seat. Notice these contact points connected to the ground. Maybe scan up to your hands and notice how they're connected to your legs or your thighs, and how your arms help to support your torso upright. You can continue to scan up the body, making sure that the shoulders are relaxed and the head is slightly tucked back, pushing the back of your skull towards the wall behind you, just slightly. And just observe how you feel at this moment. What are you thinking about? What have you put aside for the time being? And can you keep focused on your breathing and on your body for the next hour that we have together? Bring your hands to heart center and gently blink open your eyes. Welcome to today's practice. Today we will be thinking about all of those things we just focused on, the things that connect to the ground, our limbs, the parts of our body that support us upright, and how we can feel balanced and equal and even in all postures and all movements, so that we can also mentally feel focused in taking on whatever challenges or whatever life presents itself ahead of us. And I think that's a good way to sort of go into the next few days, for me especially, as we wrap up the last portion of our time together in this series. Roll forward, come to tabletop position, remove whatever you're sitting on, if you're sitting on anything. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, toes can be tucked or untucked. And I think you know, we'll be doing cat-cow, doing a few rounds of that. First, tuck your belly in slightly to support your spine and find yourself in neutral. Press your hands and your feet into the ground and notice how they support your whole body. On the next inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, broad collarbones, and feel evenness in the whole spine. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your belly in, suck your belly in, curl your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. We'll do 2 more. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Feel your collarbones spread wide, pressing through the hands and feet. Exhale, cat. Still pressing down and feeling the back of your shoulder blades broaden. 1 more. Inhale, cow. Move smooth, move steady, move evenly. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come back to center. Notice how this feels. Breathing smooth, breathing even through the nose if possible. Raise your right hand and left foot on the floor or raised up, trying to feel one straight line from your fingertips to your toes. And reach long. Engage your legs, engage your arms. One arm, the lifted arm, the other hand is pushing into the mat for support. And feel your belly suck in just a little bit so that everything is in one line, equal, parallel to the floor. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, release. Take a moment here in tabletop position to notice how the 2 sides feel. Notice if there's change, if we've begun to create some circulation. Left hand forward, right foot either on the floor or lifted parallel to the ground. We're not arching our back, we're just trying to make a straight line from fingertips to foot or toes. The leg is engaged, the foot is pushing back behind you into the imaginary wall. Belly slightly tucked in to help support the spine. Engage the belly, whole body engagement even in this first initial simple posture. If you have trouble with balance, you can lift only the arm or only the leg. 1 more deep inhale. Reach long. Exhale. Release. Plant your hands. Tuck your toes. Downward dog. First downward dog. Knees can be bent. Notice how it feels. Fingers spread wide. Palms press down into the mat. And feel that come up through your arms, through your shoulders. Long spine, lifting the hips to the sky. Maybe if your knees are bent, keep them bent. If they're straight, they're straight. But either way, your heels are reaching down towards the earth and your legs are engaged, pressing back into the wall behind you. Whole body engagement, whole body feeling equal and steady, weight distributed evenly between hands and feet. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. On your next inhale, you can begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Your hands back towards your feet. Come to ragdoll position. Knees can be soft, holding opposite elbows. Breathe smooth here. Maybe sway side to side and feel any tension release from the back body. Come back to stillness if you're swaying, and then release your elbows, release your arms. Push down through the feet, through the big toe mounds, the pinky toe mounds, through the heels, and feel the energy lift up through your legs and push down to help you roll up to standing. Nice, smooth, steady all the way up to the back of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll walk slowly, smoothly, 1 foot at a time. Feel your whole foot even. Notice all the points that come in contact with the ground. And we'll make our way to the top of the mat. At the top of our mat, we'll do 2 rounds of half-salutations coming to Tadasana in between. Press down through the feet, engage the legs, suck in the belly. Inhale, raise your arms, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up through the ring fingers. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands by the side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, press down through the heels. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands by the sides. We'll do 2 rounds of lunge salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Reach long, reach tall. Press down through the legs. Find your feet sticky to the mat. Legs engaged for your foundation. And reaching through the torso. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step back to plank, smooth and steady. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale, slide forward for cobra. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Again, we were very detailed in the first down dog. So notice the second down dog, if you can do that whole body scan again to feel even and equal in all parts of the body. And bring your breath back to baseline. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Again, find what is even here, what is balanced for you in your high lunge. Steady effort, not too lazy, not too demanding, but just right. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward, fold. Inhale, arms reach up all the way, straight to the other side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. How does it feel the second time on the same side? Do you find more balance? Can you distribute your weight evenly? 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. Make this your resting pose, your place to check in with yourself. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. One more full inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward, fold. Inhale, arms reach up all the way. Exhale, mountain pose. Notice how it feels after one round. And we'll go into the second round. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right leg back, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle once more. This is our second full cycle. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Feel an even back bend. Exhale, down dog. Did you forget to engage a certain part of your body? Check in with yourself. Everything feels active in an alert way, not in an excessive way. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right leg forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward, fold. Inhale, lift up all the way, reach up all the way. Exhale, fold, last round. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in here and feel the whole posture. Press down through the front heel. Lift up through the torso. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Press down through the hands. Squeeze the elbows together. Tuck the toes, down dog. Find your breath even. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Two more cycles of breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step forward, fold. Inhale, arms reach up all the way. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands by the sides. Take notice of how it feels here. Inhale, chair pose. Breathe here in chair. Find your weight even between both legs, both feet. Not too much stress in the shoulders because your arms can be apart. Your arms can be on your hips in prayer. Whatever option feels good for your shoulders, you take that option. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Shake it out. Those legs were working hard. We'll do one more variation of chair. Right ankle on left knee. Hands in prayer. Just sit down, sit back. Engage the foot, engage the leg. Maybe lean a little forward. Find your weight even. Find yourself stable. And notice in your standing foot that maybe there's still some small motions, small movements. And we still have to make adjustments to keep balanced. One more cycle of breath. Release the right leg back to high lunge. Inhale, raise the arms up. One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Simple twist. Find your weight even, find your hips in line and supported. One more cycle of breath here. And then left hand down, roll to the outside of your right foot, side plank. You can take any variation you wish. Left foot in front, both legs stacked, also an option. You choose your side plank. And try to make yourself in one straight line today. Pelvis, ribs, and skull in one line at an angle. How does it feel? How much does your core have to work in your legs to support your whole torso? One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, come to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Tuck the toes, down dog, or child's pose. Take child's pose whenever you need to. Take 3 cycles of breath here in down dog. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and grounded to the earth. And weight is even between hands and feet. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 2. Drop the back foot flat, arms at shoulder level. Look down, check that the torso is in one line, pelvis, ribs, and skull, just like we started. Sink down into the front leg and find weight distributed evenly between both feet. Breathe here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Exhale, reach the right arm forward and down. The right hand can be on your shin, maybe it's on your knee, maybe it's on the floor. All of those are all valid options. Try and find your triangle pose even. Feet are pushing down into the mat. Kneecaps are engaged in both legs. Torso is in one line, just like our side plank. One more cycle. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands on your hips. Turn both feet towards the side of the mat. Toes in, heels out. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold forward. Hands on your hips for this first round. Notice how it feels just to use your legs for stability and balance. How does your weight feel shifting? Is it shifting? Engage your legs. Push down through the feet. Lift your sit bones. Suck in your belly. 2 more cycles of breath here. Inhale, come up all the way. Turn the right foot back to face front and come to the back toes, high lunge. Take 1 cycle here. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Shift forward, warrior 3. Shift your weight forward to that standing foot. Raise the back leg even and, and parallel to the ground. Maybe I'm thinking I'm evil for making this sequence. Breathe here. Keep engaging the back lifted leg. Pushing it up against that imaginary wall. Spine long. Chest broad. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee and step forward. Release everything, come to mountain pose, and take notice of how everything feels here. Inhale, chair pose. Sink down into the legs. Reach up through the torso. 1 more cycle of breath. Exhale, come all the way up to standing. We have that same flow other side, and we'll start in figure 4. Left ankle on right knee, bending down, hands in prayer. Folding forward a little bit, feeling the nice stretch in the back of the left leg. Lifted foot is flexed. And notice how your standing foot has to make those little adjustments to keep balanced. I think that's part of life, just always readjusting to find what's stable and what's supportive for us right now. 1 more full inhale, and then exhale, left foot back for high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Reach tall here, just 1 cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, left hand down, right hand up. Simple twist. Find your legs engaged and your hips even. Two more cycles of breath here. Pushing down through the bottom hand, and it works just as much as the top hand is lifting up. At the end of the next exhale, side plank. Release the posture, turn to the outside of the left foot. Either bring your right foot in front of the torso or stacked. Trying to make the body in one straight line. I have a tendency to lift my hips, and that's also side plank, but today we're trying to be even and equal in all the postures. So that means I have to work my body a little bit differently. One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, release and come to plank. Regular plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, knees down. chest, chin down. Inhale, cobra, broad chest, push down through the feet. Exhale, down dog. Notice how this down dog feels. If you're beginning to find more balance, more stability, if you're beginning to see that this is a posture where we can check back in to ourselves for baseline, for evenness. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot forward, warrior 2. Spin the back heel down. Torso upright, torso in one line. You can look down and check. And then arms at shoulder level. Press your feet down, sink down in the front leg. Find your weight even. Steady posture, steady gaze. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach forward and down for triangle pose. Find your torso long, kneecaps engaged, feet pressing down. Two more cycles of breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn both feet to face the side of the mat. Feet face in, heels out. Inhale, long spine. You can interlace your fingers behind your back this time. Exhale, fold all the way down. Press down through the feet. Engage the legs. Lift the sit bones up. Shoulder blades pull in together, and then try to reach over. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands. Left foot comes to face the front, high lunge, back toes up. Back toes down, heel up. Raise the arms. 1 cycle of breath here. On the exhale, bring hands to heart center, shift forward for warrior 3. Engage the back lifted leg, parallel to the ground, the whole body from head to toe, and the foot flexed, pushing up against an imaginary wall. Find steadiness here. Two more cycles of breath. Broad collarbones. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, release the leg. Come back to standing. Breathe here. Take a couple cycles and notice how it feels. We'll come to eagle pose, Garudasana. Sit back into your legs, raise your arms in front, left arm on top, right leg over, or you stay in chair pose. Sink low here. Hug your limbs together, arms together hug, legs together hug. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, hands away from the face. Feel like you can create space in this very twisted posture. Can you find steadiness in your gaze? One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, release the whole posture and fly back to high lunge, right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink here. One more inhale, and then exhale, simple twist or right elbow over left knee. Full twist. If you have a bind, you may take it. Breathe here in the twist. Finding your spine long still, even though it twists to the side, and your legs stable for that balance. One more full cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, right hand down, side plank, outside of right foot. You can take a variation, you can hook your toe, or you can come to the first side plank that you had. Can you make everything straight? 2 cycles of breath here. At the end of those 2 cycles, come back to regular plank. Inhale in plank, exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Breathe here and smooth it out once again. Notice if the work created any tension, and if we can find baseline, find balance in our down dog. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right foot forward, warrior 1. Right foot forward, back heel down, hips square to the front, arms raise up. Breathe here. Sink into the legs. Find the weight even. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale, one more breath, and then exhale, hands to prayer, straight in the front knee. You can take pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana, either hands in prayer or hands just reach down. Hands can reach for opposite elbows to open up the chest. You can take reverse prayer if that's available to you. It works for me today. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe, feet press into the mat, legs engaged, spine long. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Release the hands, bend the front knee, hands down, and shift the weight. Lift the back leg, standing split. One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, left foot down, ragdoll. Soft knees, hold opposite elbows. Release the elbows and curl yourself up to standing. Come to your mountain pose, your Tadasana, and check in with yourself. Notice how everything feels. Inhale, chair pose. We have one more round to go. Sit low. Bring your arms out front. Right arm on top, Eagle pose, left leg on top, or stays in chair. Squeezing everything close together, and then trying to create space in that posture. Noticing how your body creates balance, and that it's constantly working to do so. One more full inhale. And then at the end of the exhale, release and step the left foot back for high lunge. Inhale, arms up. One more full inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart center, left elbow over right knee for a twist, or you take the first variation we did with the left hand down on the ground. Find evenness, even though we're twisted up. Find space in your breath. One more full inhale, full exhale. And then release the left hand down, side plank, whichever variation you take. Turn to the outside of the left foot. Two more cycles of breath. Find yourself in straight lines. Release. Come to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, chest, chin down. Inhale for cobra. Tuck the toes, child's pose or down dog. We'll take 3 cycles of breath here. And then if you're in child's pose, come back to down dog to move with us after those 3 cycles. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot forward, warrior 1. Drop the back heel. Inhale, arms up. Hips square to the front. Square-ish as much as possible. They don't have to be square. They won't be square. Notice what you need to do to make your body feel even. Are you able to steady the breath? And is your mind focused on what we're doing right now? One more cycle of breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands on your hips or wherever you wish. Adjust your feet if you need for Parsvottanasana, for pyramid pose. Inhale, long spine. Take your hand in whichever variations you need or you wish. Exhale, fold. Notice if the 2 sides are different. And notice if you can be okay with that, because that's also a balanced state. Take 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, all the way come up. Exhale, release the hands. Bend the front knee. Place the hands down. Shift your weight forward for standing split. Keep lifting through that top leg and pressing down through the bottom toes. 2 more cycles of breath. Release the leg to the top of the mat. Hang in ragdoll position. Let yourself release. Let your knees be soft. Maybe you sway side to side. Release your hands. Come back to center and roll yourself up to standing. Take notice here. Take notice of how your whole body feels after all of that movement we've done. We'll come to seated. I'll meet you in seated. We'll do boat pose 3 times. And with each version, I'll make a progression. So the first version we'll do with our feet on the floor, hands by our sides, spine long, and just begin to lean back a little bit. Use your belly to lean your torso back, and use your feet to press down into the ground. Feet are slightly flexed, slightly engaged. First version of boat pose. Notice how it feels to be even and steady in this first version. Take 2 more cycles of breath. Release that. You can bring your feet together. Easy Baddha Konasana. Release anything in the psoas and the hip flexors. And then second version. Use your hands for support. Lift your feet. Notice how it feels to lift your feet. If you can bring your shins parallel to the ground, you may do so. If you can lift your hands, you may also do so. Breathe here for 3 cycles of breath. Or you go back to the first version that we did, or something in between. Long spine, broad chest. Release. Have a little butterfly pose. And then we'll do 1 more version. Come back, set yourself up. Raise your legs, maybe knees straight. 3 cycles of breath here. You can do it. Well done. One more deep inhale. Full exhale, release down to low boat. And then release all the way down to your back. Bend your knees, back on the ground, feet on the floor also, and we'll do 3 versions of bridge pose as well. If you choose to do wheel, you may do so after the first bridge, or whichever you feel comfortable with if you have other back bends in your practice. Press down through the hands, press down through the feet, lift the hips. You can hold the edges of the mat like this. As you lift through the hips and press down through the feet, use your arms for support or interlace your fingers behind your back and roll your shoulders under. Keep pressing the feet and lifting the hips, trying to bring your chest towards your chin. Legs strong. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, release all the way down. Two more, whether you're taking bridge or wheel. I'm going to try wheel. I think we warmed up quite a bit today. If you're taking wheel with me, fingertips point towards the toes, hands under or near your shoulders. Press down through the feet, lift your hips, and then come to the top of your head. Adjust your hands as you need. And then push down through the hands, push down through the feet, lift the chest. Breathe here. Trying to make the back bend even also. The whole body even, and weight distributed evenly. There should be no pinching, there should be no pain. One more full cycle of breath. Bend the elbows, come to the back of the head, and drop the hips. Take 2 cycles of breath, and we'll go again. Get set up. One more time. You can do it. Or you go back to your bridge pose. Trying to feel even through the whole body, whichever version you take. One more cycle of breath. Come down at the end of the exhale. Feet wide, knees knock in. Or butterfly pose, reclined Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees apart. And notice how the posture affected your body. Notice if you can equalize and come back to neutral. And begin to calm your breath. We'll take 3 cycles of breath here. After those 3 cycles, come up to seated. Whichever way you come up to seated. We'll do a couple of seated poses before we settle into Savasana and wrap up today's practice. Bring your right foot in into tree pose, Janu Shirshasana, seated tree pose. And then inhale, long spine. Today, have the left hand to the side. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Inhale, long spine. And then exhale, bend to the outside of the straight leg. Trying to bring your cheek to the outside of the leg. Front foot is flexed, front foot is engaged. Maybe you don't come as far as me. Maybe you're just holding your calf or your knee or your ankle. Everybody has their own limit. Every body is different. And we need to honor that. And we realize that everybody's balance is different. What balance means to each person is different. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Change sides. Right foot out, left foot in. Right hand next to the right hip. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach to the outside of the straight leg. Begin to settle the mind, begin to focus the gaze back in towards yourself. No need to push any farther today. Give yourself some softness to surrender. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, lift the head, raise the arm. Exhale, release. Bring your right foot back in. We're going to do a twist. So right foot is flat, knee is bent. Sit tall, right hand behind the torso. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, twist over the bent knee. Straight leg is flexed, straight leg is engaged. Bent leg foot is pressing down into the ground for leverage. One more full inhale, complete exhale. And then release the posture, change sides. Right foot straight, left leg bent, left foot on the floor. Left arm behind. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist. Notice how this posture feels. Notice how the two sides are different. And if we can create evenness in the whole body, even though the posture is really uneven, what do we need to do to come back to a neutral feeling, no matter what the situation? One more cycle of breath. At the end of the exhale, release the posture, and we'll come back to lie on our back once more and begin to settle in. Right foot on left knee, hug your legs in, hug your left leg with your hands, with your arms. Feet are flexed, and then push your right knee away from the body. One more cycle of breath. Release the legs, change sides. Left ankle on right knee. Hug the legs in. Flex the feet, pull the legs in with the arms. And then push the left knee away. Two more cycles of breath. Release the legs, feet on the floor. And then bring your arms to a T. Push down through the feet, shift your hips to the left, bring your knees to the right. Spinal twist. One last thing before Savasana. And we can notice that we did many twists today, and they may feel differently throughout the body. They may make our mind react differently. And no matter the situation, can we keep our breath even and steady? Inhale, come back to center. Press down through the feet, shift the hips to the right, knees to the left. Maybe you have a crack in one side and not the other. Begin to soften, begin to settle here. Begin to turn into your body. Two more cycles of breath. Inhale, knees back up, feet on the floor, shift your weight, shift your hips. Get any props you need. If you don't need any props, you're just getting yourself sorted, making any small adjustments you need for Shavasana. Whole upper body on the ground. Palms face the sky, slightly away from the torso. And then straighten out the legs. Allow them to relax, open to the sides. And then close your eyes. Maybe take a deep breath in, a full breath out. And feel your whole body begin to relax and melt into the earth below. Release any tension in your jaw, in your cheekbones, in the bridge of your nose, or your eyebrows. Allow all of the muscles in your face begin to relax and release, where we express and hold emotion and communication. Notice your neck and your shoulders relaxed. Your whole upper body feeling heavy. Allow your arms to feel heavy and relaxed. And notice how your fingers are slightly curled in. There's no more control of our breathing, just a gentle rise and gentle fall of the belly. Allow the hips to feel heavy and sink into the earth. Allow the thigh bones to sink into their hip sockets. And both legs fully relaxed. And notice now your whole body feeling heavy and melting into the ground below. We'll stay here for another minute. Final relaxation to soak up all the benefits of our practice today, to allow ourselves to reset. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe rotate your wrists and your ankles. Reach your legs out in front, arms reach overhead. Stretch long and tall. Maybe a yawn, maybe a sigh. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Roll your body to one side. Use your bottom arm next to your ear as a pillow. Take a moment here in fetal position to take notice and observe how you're feeling. Use your hands. Push yourself gently and smoothly back up to seated. Come and find your comfortable seat, just as we started practice today, with pelvis, ribs, and skull in a line. And observe how you're feeling at this moment. Bring your hands to heart center. Send love, send gratitude, send joy to your body for everything it does for you to maintain evenness, to maintain equanimity, even when you don't even know it does. And send love and joy to each other for practicing, for sharing our energy together. And I hope we carry that in to whatever else meets us ahead. Thank you so much for practice. I'm so happy that you could make it today, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.